Why, hello again, room 17, and now it's time for story time with Mrs. Craig. And look what I found in my bookcase. One of my boys' favourite, my family's favourite stories, a story called Far, Far From Home. And this story was written by a lady called Elizabeth Pulford, and it was illustrated by Fifi Colston. Illustrated means that Fifi did the pictures in the story, and our story today is going to be about that bug. Let's see what happens in our story. So this is the first page, and if we have a look, we can see a jar in the windowsill and an empty open window. I wonder if you can predict what's going to happen. Oh, this is a very dark page. Let's have a look going across. It's nighttime. Can you see it's nighttime going across there? And it says Sam's bug. Sam's bug. And what do you think the bug's doing? It looks to me like Sam's bug has eaten his way out of the paper on top of the jar. Do you notice that Sam's got an apostrophe because the bug belongs to Sam? So we say Sam apostrophe S bug. Let's see what's going to happen. Here's the title page, and the title page says Far, Far From Home. But if you look really closely, what's happened now? It looks like the bug is escaping. Deep in the forest, in the dark of the night, flew a tiny little bug with a tiny little light. "Where are you going?" asked a fluttery moth, cleaning its wings with its fluttery cloth. "I'm far, far from home, and I want my bed," said the tiny little bug with a shake of its head. I wonder if a moth is an insect. So on flew the bug, on through the night, through the grim darkness with its tiny little light. Can you see all the magic sparkles coming out of the light from the insect, from the bug? "Where are you going?" said a big black spider, hanging in its web like a piggyback rider. "I'm far, far from home, and I want my bed," said the tiny little bug with a shake of its head. So on flew the bug, on through the night, through the deep darkness with its tiny little light. And I notice it's got a heart on its chest. Have you noticed that? And have you also noticed that its antennae illuminate? They are lit up so it can see through the night. So I think this is a very imaginary story because I don't think bugs have hearts on their chest. But we can see that that bug just wants to get home. "Where are you going?" asked a small green frog, sitting in the middle of a sopping wet bog. "I'm far, far from home, and I want my bed," said the tiny little bug with a shake of its head. And I think it just escaped the frog's tongue, because that's how frogs eat their insects, don't they? They quickly let their tongues out. Their tongues are sticky and they catch their prey or their food. So on flew the bug, on through the night, suddenly toppling with its tiny light. Toppling means falling down. Can you see it falling down there? Oh dear. Head over heels, down to the ground, through the great darkness, with never a sound. How do you think the bug's feeling there? Deep in the forest, in the dark of the night, lay the tiny little bug with its tiny little light. And it looks like it might be autumn. Can you see an acorn sitting there? So he's made a little bed on the autumn leaves. Which way was home? Which way to go? The tiny little bug simply didn't know. And I wonder if you've noticed that he's taken off the heart. It was safety pinned onto his chest, and he's taken it off. Oh, he's got 4 legs on each side. Is he an insect? Is a spider an insect? Spiders have 8 legs. They are not insects. He thought of his mum. He thought of his dad, his brothers and sisters, and all that he had. So he's picked up the brooch, we call that, the heart brooch. Can you see the safety pin on it? And he's feeling really sad, and he's thinking with love of all the people at home that he really wants to be with. And he's sending them warm, fuzzy hearts into the night sky. So off flew the bug, off through the night, with thoughts of his family held close and tight. So it's almost like he's touching that brooch to try and find his way home like magic. Back through the forest, back through the dark, flew the tiny little bug like a bright little spark. Gone was the darkness, gone was the night. The closer to home, the brighter his light. And I think we can see his home. Can you see it in the dark silhouette of the tree there? I think that might be his home. Now back with his family and tucked up in bed. Night, night, said his mum as she kissed his wee head. So he's found his mummy, and you can see his family in the background, his brothers and sisters. Looks like they've got a baby in their family, doesn't it? And that's the end of our story today. And we were right, that hole in the tree was the bug's home that he was searching for. And there's Sam looking in the jar and going, uh-oh, where is my bug? Well, I hope you enjoyed that story as much as my family enjoy it. I have read that many, many times because my boys, Hunter and Cooper, they always say, Nonny, can you read us the bug story? And I say, sure, because I love it every time. So I hope you loved it too. See you tomorrow. Ka kite.